Mandy and I welcome you back to Living in His Light for February 16th. More blessed. Let's look at Acts 20:35. Acts 20:35 says, "In everything I did, I showed you that by this kind of hard work we must help the weak, remembering the words the Lord Jesus himself said, 'It is more blessed to give than to receive.'" More blessed. The last verse of the Gospel of John is intriguing. John wrote that if every detail of Jesus' ministry had been recorded, the world itself could not contain the books that would be written. John 21:25. In other words, what we have in the four Gospels is just a fraction of Jesus' words and works. One teaching of Jesus not found in the Gospels is relayed by the Apostle Paul in Acts 20:35. Paul was departing from his dear friends, the elders of the church in Ephesus, Acts 20:17-38. He concluded his lengthy remarks with an admonition to remember the needy among the members. He based his instruction on the words of the Lord Jesus, who said, "It is more blessed to give than to receive." We don't know when or in what circumstance Jesus spoke those words, but their simplicity is revealing. There are no qualifications about whom to give to, what the recipient might do with the gift, or how much to give. Just a simple reminder that giving carries a higher value than receiving. Jesus could have said that giving is godlike, for God so loved the world that he gave, John 3:16. Look for ways to give: money, time, encouragement, counsel, assistance, whatever might be needed. It is more blessed to give. I love that so much, and I believe it is more blessed to give than receive. And I love to give because you know what? It's true. When you give, it's just so much fun. I love to see people's face lights up. I like to almost do things sometimes secretly where people don't know because that's just kind of fun too. And it's just so fun to help people because I know I've been in times and situations where I really needed help, physically or with money or time or whatever, and people came to my aid, and I know how good that felt. So it is just really fun to give. So let's go back and look at this again. So it's interesting, as Paul was departing from his friends, he had very lengthy remarks, and then he ended with this. He based his instruction on the words of the Lord Jesus, who said, "It is more blessed to give than receive." We don't know when or in what circumstance Jesus spoke those words, but their simplicity is revealing. Interesting, isn't it? I always kind of thought, oh yeah, that was in one of the Gospels, but it's not. It's something that he had said, but Paul had heard it from other people because obviously Paul didn't really ever be around Jesus, right? He was always persecuting the Christians, but somewhere along the line, Jesus said that and people repeated it. And so now he's saying, this is what Jesus said we should do, so let's do this. Another verse that I love about giving is Proverbs 3:27. This is one I've memorized, and I think it'd be great if you did too. "Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due when it is in your power to act." Okay, so do not withhold good. So anything good you can do. You can help someone with time or money or whatever. And I love the last part, when it is in your power to act. So that verse isn't saying go give $1 million, because guess what, Nancy? I don't have $1 million. Do you have $1 million? I mean, Nancy doesn't have $1 million. I just couldn't even do that, right? But what can I do when it is in my power to act? If I'm walking by someone, can I give them $2? Sure. Can I run him into a McDonald's and buy him a meal? Absolutely. I also like to have these things in my car. I hand these out when homeless people are on the corner. It's got some granola bars and food and Band-Aids and some socks for wintertime. And I also have a devotion book in there. You better believe that. I'm going to give them Jesus as well as a snack. But there's lots of ways that we can do within our power to act. So think about that. What's within your power? Are you a plumber? I would not be able to go and help anybody with their toilet or any plumbing thing, or I can't even drill a straight hole or hammer. I'm so bad with all that kind of stuff. But if you're good with that, if you're a guy, maybe even a woman too, but especially men, go knock on your neighbor's door, your old people down the street. Say, hey, I would like to give you 45 minutes today or an hour. Make a list of things that I can come and do. What a blessing that would be. Are you a good cook? Make a meal. What are you good at? What is in your power to act? So I think often we don't act because we think, well, I can't give a big gift, or I can't build a whole house for Habitat or for Humanity or whatever. But can you fix a toilet? Think small. What is in your power? So I challenge you today. Look what's in your power and go out there and do something for a neighbor. And I love, there are no qualifications about whom to give to, what the recipient might do with the gift, or how much to give. Just a simple reminder that giving carries a higher value than receiving. Jesus could have said that giving is godlike, for God so loved the world that he gave. John 3:16. Another reason I just love to give is because God gave to me. When I realize he gave his son. Like, I could never give a bigger gift than that. And also, you can never outgive God. I always like to think I have like a funnel on my head, right? And this big funnel, it's big up here. God is pouring all these blessings in. And what's a funnel at the other end? Little. That's what we're doing. We have this little bitty funnel that we're all just like dripping on people. And here he's pouring all these blessings into us. Yes, he is, Mandy. Lots of blessings. And so I just want to have a bigger opening on my funnel. I just want that to be flowing through all the time. All the blessings that he gives, I want to turn around and give back to people. Physically, emotionally. And emotional blessings is really important. It's important to be there for people, to listen to them. You don't have to give money. I mean, if you have money or if you can make a meal or something, that's great. But the emotional support, remember, that's a good thing to give. And then your time. Now think about this. A lot of us tithe with our money. What is a tithe? A tithe means 10%. So that means giving back God 10% of what we earn. But guess what? We can also tithe on our time. Think about that. There's 24 hours in a day. Are you giving 2.4 hours back to God? Not a day. Most people not a week, sometimes not a month or a year. I mean, I probably give a good 2 to 3 hours a week to other people. But when you think about tithing your time that much, I don't know, that's a lot. So that's something this year I'm going to work on, is try to give more of my time away to people. Because when we give our time, that's a great way to bless people as well. So be thinking about this week. Maybe there's some money that you could give to church or a charity. Maybe you could buy someone a meal. Maybe you could make a meal. Maybe you could rake your neighbor's leaves or shovel snow, whatever season it is. But think about your time. Think about trying to give away 2.4 hours a week. Let's start there. That would be a way to really bless other people. So think about that, try it out, and comment below and let me know how it goes if we all start tithing our time. Mandy wants to go for now, so we'll let you go. Have a great day, remembering it's more blessed to give than receive. And we'll see you back here tomorrow. If you enjoyed this message today, I would appreciate a thumbs up. I would also love it if you would subscribe to my channel and pass it along to other friends who want to strengthen their faith in Jesus. I would love a comment on what you liked and also future topics you would like me to talk about. I would also love to answer any question you may have about how to put your faith in Jesus, the Christmas story, Easter story, anything at all. You can contact me through my website, which is nancyjoy2u. That's nancyjoy, the number 2, the letter U.com. You can also email me at nancyjoy2u@gmail.com. Hope to see you tomorrow.